the other thing you talk about people, that you put people first, and
Yes.
that's one of the core values, right? And I love the story that you tell in Good Company about the stadium seating,
Yeah.
and that it all comes down to 2 inches. Can you share that story with our listeners?
Yeah. It's when we're designing the stadium, we wanted everything to be, the best or nothing. That happens to be the same slogan for Mercedes-Benz, just turns out that way. But that's been our core philosophy, is that you do the right things for the fans, the people you're serving, and it'll come back over the long haul. So they had about, 20, probably 20, 25 different seating arrangements. And so I brought in our senior team, about 20 of us. And I said, I believe, like, you buy seating for your home, a sofa, a chair, you want to go sit in it. I always think you got to go
Sure.
sit in something to see if it's really comfortable or not. So I said, we'll go sit in them. So we all went around the room. Everybody sat in the chair, liked this one, didn't like this one, liked one, did something. Everybody had different opinions about different things. So, you know, I finally sat in this one chair along the way that clearly was a little more comfortable than the other ones. It was a little bigger, and it was a little more spacious, had a little more leg room, and wider by 2 inches than the standard in any NFL stadium at that time. So we're all finished. Everybody had a chance to express themselves. So they asked me, what do I think? Well, I think this chair that I just was sitting in, this one back here, row 4, middle row, is the most comfortable chair. And remember, there was silence in the room, not from our people, but from the professionals. And they said, well, that's the most expensive chair, which seat we have here. And you're going to end up with 65,000 of those. I said, that's fine. I said, it's the most comfortable. You asked me which one was the most comfortable. That's the most comfortable chair. The problem is that one is also 2 inches wider. I said, okay, it's 2 inches wider. They said, I don't think you understand the math of this. So we'll come back in a week and explain it to you. So they came back in a week with a whole set of drawings for the stadium with seats that were 2 inches wider. And it meant that the stadium, we had to add another 500,000 square feet of support and space for the building itself, because when you multiply 2 inches times 65,000, in this case, including suites and everything else, up to 75,000, I mean, it became a much bigger building. And so, this is outside people, not inside people. They said, well, you got to consider, you're going to be able to charge more for your tickets and this and that. And that's the thing. I don't, we're not going to charge any more for our tickets. We're not doing anything like that. It's just a better seat. It's more comfortable. Our fans are showing us, tremendous commitment with their PSLs and buying season tickets. And probably more importantly, that their energy, their time, their passion, they're bringing their family. They're giving us everything that they can give us on a Sunday afternoon or a Sunday night or a Monday or a Thursday, whatever it may be. Although NFL is now playing on Tuesdays because of COVID sometimes. But, and I said, we need to find ways to say thank you to them and show our appreciation in a real way. And that was just an example. The food and beverage is another example. I mean, it's just a whole bunch of ways that I think that people who operate a business that's like this, with this kind of mentality, you find ways, you dig for ways to say thank you to the people that are supporting your business. And people appreciate these things. They see them, they know them. They may not talk about them all the time. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't, but they see them, they know them. They know when you're walking in their footsteps, when you're thinking about them first. And all of our businesses, that's how we function. We always think about people we're serving first. And that gives the associates a great sense of pride too, because they know that, they have a ownership group or a management group that is, will do everything they can for the associates to make sure they're properly trained so they can do the best possible job and then create the best environment for the people that we're serving.